it comes two in the box, and we suck that on as well. So it's really simple, easy to use. You turn that on. There's a bit of cleaning solution in here, which we've also put in as well. You one click, it turns on 2,800 power suction. You put it on a window, and it will start its clean. And what you'll see is this auto cross spray. That's cross spraying the solution. It always goes systematically up first, right to the top. Then it goes left and right, and it'll work all the way down in a Windslam Z section. And at the end of its clean, it will return to where it started. So that would be the middle of the window.
And how long do you get out of this one?
So this is battery powered, so you can see it's battery powered. Yeah. So it will last as long as connected. If you pull out the battery for any security reasons, because obviously it's going up tall heights and things on windows, it will have a 30-minute reserve battery as well. So it will stay up there and it'll keep beeping at you, connect me to power, connecting me to power. Or if you are using the app, which you can do as well, it's not as smart as the Devo apps. It's a lot more simple, but it will pop at you and say, hey, power disconnected as well. But really, really simple to use, very intuitive. And obviously, if you had the other backside of the window that's outside, you just pull it out and put it on the other side as well.
Can you talk us through what it looks like on the other side?
Yeah, absolutely. Shall we walk through the side? So the microfiber cloth that I showed you before, that's essentially what it is. So there's two rollers on the side, and then the four little balls on the corners, that's an edge sensor. So once it senses the edges, it's going to go, okay, I'm on the edge. Or if there is a gap, let's say, you have a little bit of distance between each window, it'll be like, okay, I'm on the edge, I need to go back now. So that's exactly what it's doing. The suction at that 2,800 power is obviously keeping it on the window, and you can give it a tug later to see if you can pull that off. There's a bit of give, right? Like you need to give it a bit of pressure to pull it off. And then also there's a Caribbean, which you can lock onto a curtain rod and things for additional safety feature as well if you wanted to. But otherwise, we would recommend you being at home and, kind of watching it as it goes. Like you can do your own other chores and things like that, but just being at home just in case. Yeah.
There's no way they can go over a gap.
No. So you see these little beads there on the four corners? So if those beads start protruding on the side, it'll know that it's hit the edge. So it's why it still works on frameless glass as well. So outdoor glass like fences, balustrades and that, it'll work perfectly. There's no problem with those four corners.
But it won't jump from one to the other over an inch gap.
So if you had multiple panels of glass, as long as that gap is less than 3 mils, it will continue across them. So if you had 11 meters of glass, continuous glass, it will just keep going and cleaning it.
Yeah, right, yeah. I'd kill for one that could go over an inch gap.
Yeah.
The pool window, the pool fence is just a shocker.
As soon as that comes out, it knows it's hitting the edge and it'll come back.
Yeah, it makes sense though.
It also throws the air pressure off. So because it's suction, once it has too big of a gap, the suction gets thrown off.
Loses pressure.
Yeah.
So it's got an automated pressure. I mean, that's 2,800 PA, which is relatively strong. You can have more, like Greg said. But yeah, it's for safety reasons because you can use this on outdoors, especially if you're in an apartment and you want to clean your outside windows, you can actually use a carabiner, hook that on, stick it outside, and clean your windows.
I've got a lot of windows at my place. I'm curious how it would deal with because this window is quite clean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So I'd like to see how.
I have glass balustrades in my home, and they had the green mold on them. That's how dirty they were. I sprayed a little bit of wet Windex on it and used the solution, and it cleaned 70% of it off. So if I did another run, it must clean everything off as well. These pads were filthy, black and green, so dirty.
So you can put your own.
I did it because I wasn't sure how I was going to tackle the mold because I didn't think the dual spray was enough. So that's why I sprayed a little bit. You wouldn't spray too much because once you spray too much, it starts it starts to slip. So that's why even with this mopping pad, like Kate said, you rinse it, but you have to really wring it, wring it to an inch of its life to get all the water out of it, and then put it on. Because as soon as that's too wet, it actually starts doing this. Because it's slipping, it's not actually gripping. Even though it's got these tracks here which are a little bit sticky, they'll help it track what that's actually causing it from slipping, so it actually doesn't actually clean it properly. That's why like spraying a little bit of the solution on the window is okay, but don't do too much.
Just a light.
Just a light. I did that because there was just too much dirt on the window. Like I just was like really dirty.
Is there anything in here that's going to corrode? Like
No.
obviously salt on windows is the biggie around here.
Yeah, especially pools and like near the beach. And no, because all this stuff in here, most of it's not. There's no metal as far as I know.
It's only the parts that are metal inside and the battery and things.
Inside,
Because you'll rely on the microfiber as well, you will still rinse it in the end, so you can reuse it multiple times as well. Yeah.
How much are these things?
$7.99 RRP.
Because it's relatively dry, right?
Yeah.
The pad itself. And then it's got brushes in there to clean these. These are a little bit tacky. Oh, I wouldn't say tacky, but they're grippy.
So how does the suction work? Where we like just this like a.
So I put it on there. You guys can have a pull. Have a feel of it. I mean, not hard, but and then like start lightning.
It's a bit of you.
That was my bad.
So once it loses air pressure, you have to reset the air pressure.
What kind of drop can it take without? Like how far have you tested dropping it without it breaking?
Well, the whole purpose is hopefully you've tied the tether,
Hopefully it doesn't
so you're
drop,
not dropping
that's the
it. So I haven't tried it. That's where the tether, like if I tied the tether around here, that's the whole point of this tether is to hold. Like if it does lose its suction after a loose cable, 30 minutes of battery life, then at least it's
Doesn't
So
go
you have to
fly
find
until you
something to hook it onto.
yeah. But otherwise, it's a nice little product. It's maintenance free. You can remote control it as well. So like if you've got high ceiling glasses to the floor, very rarely, but if it does get up the top and doesn't come down, you can use the app and use a remote control to control it back down.
Has it got
So like a
Has it got a camera on it?
No cameras. No cameras on this. It's
So
very
you say
simple.
remote control, so it's like you've got arrows. You can just like.
On the app itself, you can use a remote
I've
control.
got tall windows and
Yeah.
such. I'm short. I can't reach it.
Yeah,
so
because
it's like,
this will go all the way to the top. It's just if you've got something, a special patch up there that you need really scrubbed, you can use a remote control and get it go back, forth. And you can also control the spray as well on the app.
I can just see the dog grabbing that cord.
So in there is a detergent, not water.
Yes, so there is the cleaning solutions over there.
And you have to use this specific cleaning, the Ecovacs cleaning solution.
Yeah. The only reason why we recommend using our own solutions, even for our D-Bot, is because we don't know what chemical compositions are in the solutions of other brands, and they could potentially make, for example, clog up the nozzle or things like that. So by using our own, we know that they're specifically made for our products.
Yeah, it's a bit of a harsh ask on consumers though.
I know, yeah, it is.
Yeah, like I'd be doing a short list of acceptable compounds.
And that's why with the WinBot there's a solution, but with the D-Bot we say just use normal water. You don't even unless you really want that nice smell from your mops. Otherwise, just use clean water because it's more than enough to clean.